First things first, this video is about Endeavor. I know most fans can't keep their pure heart silent when we're talking about Endeavor, so please, if you really must, write me an essay about how much you hate Endeavor in the comments, uncensored. I'll give it a heart and a thumbs up after I read it just to let you know I did indeed read your rant. But I'm just saying now that I won't actually type out a reply unless you show evidence you actually watched the rest of this video. Second thing, this video is spoilers from the manga up to chapter 166. Also, trigger warnings include child abuse and domestic violence. Third thing, if you can't already tell from my voice, there will be some sarcasm ahead. This is a rant analysis, so be warned. Fourth thing, child abuse is wrong. Domestic violence is wrong. What Endeavor did to his own family is unequivocally wrong. Morally wrong. Now let's talk about Endeavor's character development and why I'm looking forward to his further development as a character. So, when we meet him, Endeavor's a big flaming dumpster, right? No duh. Everyone can agree on that. But here's the controversial part, guys. No one's born a big flaming dumpster. It's possible Horikoshi will just go with that explanation of his behavior because it's simple, a black and white view of looking at the situation, and I emphasize sometimes that's good. It's good to be able to see the evil actions that Endeavor commits as evil. However, it's not the whole picture. So let's look at Endeavor's past and what little we know about it. So we know from chapter 166 that Endeavor reached the number 2 spot by age 20 and realized he could never make it to All Might's level. What does this tell us about him? He was freaking 20. He had so much time to better himself, but gave up when he saw All Might's strength instead of being inspired to strive for it. He saw All Might as a god, a power he could never measure up to no matter how hard he tried, even though at age 20, Endeavor hadn't even reached his peak yet. That's pathetic. We don't know why he was so insecure and lacked so much faith in himself. We also don't know why being the best was so important to him, but we do know that he felt he was nothing if he couldn't be the best, unsatisfied with second place out of an entire country 2 years out of high school. I don't know if Horikoshi will ever go into detail about his backstory, but that's what we can glean so far. Fast forward in time to 25 years later, he's 45 years old and All Might has just retired. He's super angry when he finds out that he's going to be given the number 1 spot, quote, like this, even though he had no intention of earning it himself in the first place, having placed all that expectation on Shoto already. So if he never planned to get the number 1 spot in the first place, what did he want? Here's the kicker, guys. He doesn't know. He's been glaring at All Might's back for 25 years and finds out that All Might has been weakening. He thinks he's been seeing a weak stick of a man as a god for over 2 decades. Then, in chapter 166, he recognizes that numbers don't lie regarding crime rates, and that despite the number of solved cases he's racked up, he's still not All Might and never will be in the eyes of society. He asks for and takes advice from All Might. Isn't that a far cry from the prideful man we saw back at the sports festival, who used a freaking bathroom break as an excuse not to talk to All Might? But at the same time, this is perfectly in line with Endeavor's character. He's still glaring at All Might's back, because it's the only thing he can cling on to after clinging to it for 25 years. All Might notes that they will probably always be compared to each other, but that the fact of the matter is that they're not the same, they're different, and that's okay. All Might tells him he has to find his own way to fill the shoes of number 1 hero, rather than just copying him. The exact same advice he gives Midoriya about utilizing One for All. This is the first time Endeavor is pointed away from focusing so much on All Might, and it marks the beginning of Endeavor finding his own way of doing things. It may be 25 years too late, but I believe that anyone, even a man as horribly sinful as Endeavor, can change. Better late than never. This might be a way for him to finally repair the relationships with his family that he destroyed, particularly Shoto. Now about Shoto's character development. He wants to forgive Endeavor. But why should he? Not because Endeavor deserves it. In fact, I agree with all of you that he doesn't, but he should forgive Endeavor because holding on to that anger holds Shoto back. From the very beginning, he refused to use his fire out of spite for Endeavor. The very idea of his father being in the audience filled him with rage. Then we see how his anger towards Endeavor caused him to fail the provisional hero license exam when it caused him to fight with Yoarashi. Now, at the end of chapter 166, we see him smiling at a child despite knowing that Endeavor is watching, and using his fire to bring that child joy. And before that, we see a panel of Endeavor watching his son. Shoto is showing Endeavor how his fire can be used for love and gentleness rather than ambition and hatred. Shoto has matured and is leaving Endeavor behind, and Endeavor is seeing that. It's the beginning of some much-needed character development. Now, just to clarify once again, I'm not saying that Endeavor can ever completely undo what he did, but reconciliation, though incredibly difficult, is possible even in abusive households. That's just a fact. Now I'll emphasize one more time. This video is for understanding, not justification. Those two things are not the same. I'm not here to discuss whether or not what Endeavor did was wrong, because it obviously was. So before anyone leaves an ad hominem comment saying I'm a horrible person for being excited that Endeavor is getting character development, just know that I honestly believe that Endeavor getting character development will benefit the characters I actually like Shoto. And also that I will reply to any ad hominem comments with red herring, smiley face, have a nice day. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed my unpopular opinion, and while I'm lying on the tracks of the hate train, let me let you know about some new videos I'll be making. Next up, a character analysis on Mineta, then Bakugo. Bye!